Hey guys, and we are back. We were off last week, had a little refresher, and we're back bringing you a good show tonight.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the lineup.
Yeah. We have Jessica Bolton coming on first, and she is the owner and director of Red Door Dance Academy, and also the director of the new drill team that we've been talking about, Fired Up. And then who else do we have? We have Brianna Block. She is another one of those athletes that just kind of does everything. She does basketball. She's a cheerleader. She does volleyball. She's the one that we did the commitment video on also, that she's going to Sam Houston State to play basketball, which is a pretty big accomplishment. And then we have Casey on. Do you call her Dr. Coggins, right? Is that right?
I mean, I think everyone else does. Yeah. I don't call her Dr. Coggin, but
yes. And you'll have to remind me, what is her role again at Texarkana College?
So she is the director of the allied health programs.
Okay.
So like phlebotomy, certified nurse assistants, the medical coding programs, things like that.
Awesome. So we have a good show.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed some time off. You actually got to go away a little bit for your birthday, right?
Yeah, we did. We snuck up to Murfreesboro to the lake, so.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Did you go digging for diamonds? Is that where you dig for diamonds at?
Not. I think it is, yeah.
Oh, Gus probably would have enjoyed it.
He might have if it was a little cooler.
I think the cutest pictures I saw when you guys were gone was the pictures of her dog Gus on the boat in his little life jacket. Did he enjoy it, or was he like hating life?
Oh, he was living his best life. He just wants to like get diapered up in all the life jackets and just float.
That's funny. See, I need a dog life jacket. We send our lab to the lake, and we don't have dog life jackets, so we're usually putting like grown men life jackets on them, and it is not. I don't think it works. I don't think it does the same thing. But
yeah,
it's okay. We had a big weekend for our kid. Walker had his first football game of the season yesterday, and Walker, he's my 7-year-old, and he's finally at that age where he's taking football seriously, and he had 2 touchdowns. Well, only one counted though, because evidently you can't stiff arm, and he stiff armed a kid when he was getting the first touchdown, but he had a good game though. We had a good weekend.
I bet he was so excited because he always loves seeing the big football boys.
Oh yeah, actually, kind of shout out to one of the PG football players, Reese Elrod. He actually came to. It was early. Okay, so those guys, they had a late football game night Friday night. You were at the game. It was a big game, and he woke up early. Walker had an 8:00 game, and he came to watch those PGYA kids out there playing, and that's a big deal. Like, for those little kids to look up and say, oh, there's Reese, or, anybody, any of the big guys that are out there, it's a big deal. So a big shout out to him for coming out. He's a really sweet kid.
Yeah. That's a great role model.
Oh, yeah. And then last thing, we did something kind of fun. So you probably remember Kristen. It's Kristen White now, right? It was Hanson.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's White.
Whiteside.
Yeah. Yes. She is one of the owners of Fit 522.
Yep.
And you've been going there a little bit already.
And
I tried it out last week, and it was a lot of fun. I was paying for it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even walk down my stairs. I was like waddling the next day. My body was like, what are you doing to me? But it was probably one of the best workouts I've had. It was one of those, it's not CrossFit. They call it
functional fitness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I felt like I was dying in class, but then when I left, my body was just like, thank you. I don't know. It was good. I recommend everybody, if you're looking for a new workout, try out Fit 522.
Yeah, it's super fun environment. Everybody's really encouraging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they keep it pretty. You can look on their Instagram or their Facebook page, and they kind of give you an idea, a little bit of a taste, I guess, what you might be coming into, what the classes look like. So, but good week, but we've got a good show. So we'll take a break, and then we'll have our first guest. We'll have Jessica on here in just a little bit.
Right now at all Greg Orr Auto Collection locations in Texarkana. Shop from your phone, online, or in person, and make no payments up to 120 days with record low interest rates, drastic price reductions, and huge incentives on our vast and pristine selection. Plus, for sales or service, we will even pick up and deliver your vehicle to you. For all the money-saving details, please visit gregorauto.com. That's gregorauto.com.
Hey guys, we're back, and we have Jessica Bolton, who is the owner and director of Red Door Dance Academy.
Hey, thank you.
And
guys
also
for
the
having
director
me.
of Fired Up.
Yeah.
So thanks.
Excited
for
to be
coming.
here. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. So kind of start off and just tell us a little bit about you and what your background is.
I'm a Texarkana native, and dance has always been part of my life. Actually, Cylas and I grew up together. We went to St. James and to Texas High, and after that I went to Ole Miss and did a couple of years in public education and coached cheerleading, and just knew that wasn't my jam. And after we got married, moved to Dallas and started teaching dance full time, and we just really wanted to be back closer to home. We love the small town feel. We knew that we wanted to raise our family in a small town, and so we moved back to Texarkana and opened the dance studio and never looked back. So Red Door is in our 4th season now. We have a couple of different programs for recreational kids and for competitive kids. And now also a drill team program for just for the community. So dancers in grades 5 through 8 can join our drill team that's unlike any other drill team prep class in town, because we're actually going to perform and give the real experience to those girls in grades 5 through 8 before they're able to get that experience in high school.
So they're kind of getting the whole, that's what I love about this, is it's not just, they're not just going to train every couple, ever so often. They're actually getting the full effect of a drill team. I mean, they've got the uniform. I mean, they're going to be legit.
Right.
Drill
Uniforms
team.
and jackets, the whole shebang. So, so outside of like just getting the gear, though, they are getting not just a prep class for an audition, not just, hey, let's work on your flexibility for a couple of seconds before you go to tryouts, or let's really nail that audition dance. They're getting the experience of being on a team before the high school level. So I feel like that's really advantageous for girls in our community that don't have a chance to be on a drill team before 9th grade.
I would say just going to the tryouts, you would be so much more comfortable.
Right.
Haven't had that experience.
Yeah, definitely a confidence booster for those girls. And then also gives them a leg up once they do make a team, because they've already been a part of a team. They haven't just been in a class rolling through motions and working on flexibility and strength and training. They've actually had the experience prior to grade 9. Which, if you think about your other athletes in other sports, they're getting team experiences prior to grade 9, right?
Yeah.
Even in women's athletics, volleyball, basketball, soccer, softball, what have you, there are teams that exist for girls way before grade 9, right?
Oh, yeah. You're at least doing Little League soccer for several years.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think this is really going to fill a void for dancers in our community that want the drill team experience in high school.
I think, like you said, it just gives them a lot more confidence. My daughter's lucky to be on the team this year, and she came home yesterday, and it was a 2-hour practice, and I was like, "Are you tired?" And she was like, "No, I'm good." She's like, "When do we go back?"
Yeah,
well, it's a
so
week.
much
We got a lot of work.
excitement.
Yes, but and they learned a lot yesterday. And what I like too is that it seems like you're kind of incorporating some of the high school kids and girls that are on the teams to come in and really work with them.
Yeah, so each rehearsal we're bringing in someone who we feel like can enrich their experience on the team, whether that's like a captain of a local drill team. We've got some directors lined up to come speak to the girls about tryout expectations. And then we're also actually going to have some people from Gameday come out. I think Jennifer's going to come out and talk about media training and how to do well in interviews and how to public speak to people, and just things that are important and that are going to enrich their experience on the drill team, and then cultivate these girls to be successful women as they go out and prosper beyond just our little drill team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well-rounded experience,
Right.
not just drill team.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And so, and I know that they just had their first practice, but there's already some possible performance opportunities lined up, right? I mean, are those kind of coming in? I know we've had some people reach out and they're interested in the girls coming already.
Right.
So
right.
Seems like it's getting out there.
So a couple of spring shows, maybe. So drill teams put on their own shows in the spring. Lots of football fields are reaching out to us, so we've got some Friday Night Lights experiences that they're going to have, and then of course we're going to do some game day appearances too, beyond camera live.
I know, right? That's a good thing about not like to toot our own horn or anything, but like, you know, game day with when we go to walk-ons or whatnot, you know, the girls and the athletes and everything, they get on camera and they have to speak, and like you said, it prepares them for a lot more when they get older too, to be able to have those interview skills. But
yeah, and you guys know, like, life is not about like being successful. Cylas isn't just a nurse, you know. You're a nurse, you're an athlete, you're a talk show host, you're a blogger, I mean, and you have to do all of those things. You have to be well-rounded. So in order to prepare these girls for life, I feel like it's important that we provide them with a comprehensive experience, not just something that's focused on be the best athlete or be the most flexible or be the best dancer. You know, you have to do all of that, and then you also, you know, have to learn how to be a kind, compassionate human being.
Oh yeah. So tell us about Red Door then. Exactly what kind of, you know, what do you offer as far as the classes go? It's not just dance classes. You offer gymnastics.
Yeah, so we have dance and acro. We don't do gymnastics as far as like bars and beams, but our acro dances is gymnastics for dancers. So we do have tumbling classes. We do have, like I said, those acro classes, and our classes for dancers start at age 2, and we go all the way through age 18. So we have classes in ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary, point, hip hop, and then lyrical and acro. So we have like lots of programs going on. No 2 days are the same.
Yeah, she's like, I'm very busy. You're lucky I'm here tonight because there's classes. And then this is the first year the studio gets to be a part of the Nutcracker, right? You've got some girls that are doing the Nutcracker.
Yeah. So we've joined Texarkana Community Ballet, and unfortunately, our first year with the ballet, of course, there was no Nutcracker. So this is our first year to actually have dancers performing in the Nutcracker, and we're really proud of them. They've both of our dancers at the Nutcracker worked really hard training this summer. I think we have like over 100 hours combined. Each of them. So they did lots of dancing this summer.
Yes. Well, good. So we can look forward to watching them.
And congratulations to Stella. She's a candy cane.
She's a candy cane, yes. Stella is so excited about that. Yes.
That's great.
It's not what she wanted at first, but then now that she realizes what it is, she's like, this is a good part.
Yes.
So she's excited. So you said you were a candy cane?
A long time ago.
Oh,
yes,
she'll like to hear that. I'll have to tell her that. So, well, good. Well, so when you're not busy with the studio, though, you've got 2 little ones that keep you pretty busy.
We celebrated our twins' 6-month birthday yesterday. So we had our twins March 12th, and that whole journey, man, has been a roller coaster. We did IVF to get pregnant, so we worked so hard for, I would say, like 4 years before we ended up pregnant, and I was so blessed with such a healthy, active pregnancy. I wasn't on bed rest until the very end, and was really lucky that I had the staff support. Shout out to my amazing Red Door team, because anybody that tells you that they're doing it by themselves is just full of it. It's taken our whole entire tribe. It takes the whole entire village, and so I got to take some time off this summer and not teach and just manage the dance studio side of things. And I was really excited for August to get here for dance classes to start, because I was ready to get back in the classroom. I love teaching. That's my passion. So I was really glad that I could like go back to work and thrive in that atmosphere, and then also, you know, get to go home.
And it's kind of like yes, you're going to work, but you kind of get a break a little bit, because
I mean,
of course, you were you loved and were blessed to be able to stay home. But then again, you know, Mama needs a break every now and then.
Yeah, so I find that I'm happy to leave home and go to work, and I'm happy to leave work and go back home.
Yeah.
So it's a great balance it's a great work-life balance. Finding that balance, like we were talking about earlier, being well-rounded. I mean, you just have to find the balance that works for you. And
yeah, exactly.
Luckily, you know, for now.
You're there.
We're winging it still, but it's daily. You know, some days we're hitting it on the head, and some days we're running around like chickens.
Just being a mom in general is a superpower. But when you have 2 that are the same age,
I did survive. I did survive my first take your kid to work day, or take your twins to work day. One day, week before last, I was covering some classes for a teacher that was out, and man, we, like gangbusters, we rolled up in there and they sat in their little seats the whole time I taught a class. And
they're probably stimulated though. I mean, they're probably like, why are these girls jumping and turning and twisting?
It was a fun day for them.
Maybe it makes them good and tired by the time they get home. They can take a good nap.
And then my husband had to rush in and save the day and take them home after about 45 minutes. Wow. We made it through, and we're just
making it work, right?
Thriving and surviving. Yeah.
I love that.
That's all you can do.
That's true. Yes. So now, classes have started up, but if someone is interested in joining Red Door, is there still opportunity for them to get their kids registered if they're looking for a new studio?
We are taking registration through the end of October, as long as the registration for that class is, if that class hasn't filled up. So for health and safety, we've just limited our class sizes. So once a class reaches capacity, we'll just close the class. So it's really on a class-by-class basis, but we do still have lots of spots available for ages 2 through 18. You can head on over to reddoordancetxk.com to check us out or give us a call. You just, do the Googling.
Yeah, it's not too late. Still getting those dance classes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me on.
Yeah, it was so good to have you. So, of course, follow Red Door on Facebook, Instagram, as well as Gameday will give many more updates on the Fired Up Dance team.
Yeah.
Good to look forward to.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come talk to us.
Next time, just bring the twins. We'll be good.
Yeah. Well,
we're gonna each hold one.
Yeah. I won't have to do a thing. I'll just pass them off.
Good. Okay. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have Brianna on.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
Hey y'all, we are back with Brianna from Liberty Islo. She is a senior, and she had some exciting news this weekend.
Yes, I got homecoming queen for Liberty Islo High School.
Yay. I saw that. Oh, I love that picture. That's like the most perfect picture that they caught. Like, there's your little set. Oh, I love it. So that's a big deal because homecoming queen is nominated. You're voted on by your peers, right?
Yes.
So how does that feel to know that like your peers at school voted you?
It feels super good, and it's also an honor because only one person can get queen each year. So I was super excited for that moment, and I'm glad they captured it.
Yeah. I mean, your mom posted a lot of photos too. I mean, you had, I think it was her Facebook page I went to actually, and she had a lot of pictures. I mean, everybody was capturing that moment.
Yeah.
So you have a lot, which is another cool thing about you. Okay, so we did the commitment video for you committing to Sam Houston State University.
Yes.
In basketball. And when we did the video at one point, I remember walking in one morning at the office, and I'm like, there's 50 people in here. I was like,
Yes.
what is going on?
My family.
Yes, and it was all your family and friends here to support you on your announcement. And so that's really cool to me is you have such a big support system.
Yes.
So do you kind of, I mean, is there any, I know that you've got a huge family, but is there anyone specifically that you're like, this is who I'm thanking for, getting me to where I am today?
Of course, my mom because she had me, but also God because I pray a lot, and like most of the things I pray for, if I like do good in His Word, it comes true. So most definitely God.
And that's great.
So yeah, but I love all my family though.
Yeah. There was a lot of love in the room that day, and we had a lot of fun. I know the guys had a lot of fun putting that video together and working with you. And so
I loved it.
When I told Donovan you were coming today, he's like, "Oh, she's cool. And he likes her." I was like, "Good."
That says so much about you that you're so successful, but also so just liked and respected.
Yeah.
I mean, that says a lot about you. It goes back to like Jessica was saying about being well-rounded, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, of course, we mentioned basketball, but you don't just play basketball. You do others. Kind of tell us about the other sports and activities that you're involved in.
Well, I cheer. I'm on the varsity volleyball team. I like to like do a lot of things because, of course, basketball players aren't like cheer. So I like to have different relationships with different people that act different, basically.
Oh, I see. So you have like your basketball group of friends, but you also have your cheer group of friends.
And volleyball group of friends.
Yeah. So your Friday nights have to be busy because you're probably going straight from that volleyball court onto that football field in your cheer uniform, right?
Yes. So they're super busy.
That was another cool photo too that I saw. I think Game Day may have shared it. I'm not sure, but it was you on the sideline in your cheer uniform with your homecoming sash on.
Yes.
Though. You were like,
I
I'm
was
not
looking
taking
so
this
serious. I seen that.
I love it though. But so you what does training look like for you during, especially basketball season? I mean, are you able to balance that in school and your grades and everything pretty well, or?
Yeah, my coach, she opens up the gym every morning at 6 a.m. So like when I'm not busy, I go in and I do my basketball, and then practice starts around like 7:50, and then volleyball practice, and then after school we have a period for cheer, so that's cheer practice, and then I have volleyball practice again.
So you're in the gym before you're supposed to be in the gym working?
Yes, at 6 a.m. with my coach.
So are you putting in like a 12-hour day pretty much every day?
Pretty much.
Wow.
To be young again and have that energy.
That's serious. That's a lot of commitment.
Oh yeah, and I think that you kind of need that to go when you go, because you're about to go play college ball.
Yeah, it's gonna be super hard, super challenging.
Was it hard to pick Sam Houston, or when you went there, did you just kind of know this is where I need to be?
When I talked to the coach, and she's from Atlanta, Texas, so like we can
cool.
Just felt like a good fit.
Yes.
Do you know any of the other players or?
Not yet.
Oh.
But I have a visit in October. So
Okay.
Corona kind of messed everything up with like the visiting before.
Yeah.
So
You finally get to go and check it out.
yes.
Well, that's good.
I'm excited for that.
So outside of cheering in volleyball and basketball, what else do you do that or what do you enjoy doing, I guess? You seem like you have such like this big work ethic, but what do you do to, enjoy your time?
I like being on my phone and spending time with my family. My phone really is what I like to do, be on my phone.
Do you do like social media? What do you like to do on there?
Yeah, I be on social media a lot.
Yeah.
Probably need you to show me some TikTok stuff.
Yeah, I'm not good at TikTok. I'm not a good dancer at all.
Oh, really?
I have like 30 followers. That's how bad I am.
I'm surprised since you cheer. I figured you would be good at dancing and all that.
Not at all.
Just not in front of the phone camera, huh? Oh, that's fun. So when do you leave? Will you leave, I guess, you'll leave next spring or next summer. So you have a whole full year to what are you really going to try to embrace and cherish this last year before you go off to play ball?
I'm most definitely going to take more pictures, like with my family and with my friends and stuff at school, because that's going to be the only thing I can have to like look back on. I don't want to like graduate or anything though. I want to like stay in school forever.
But at least you'll get to continue something that you're passionate about once you go off to college,
Yes, that's the good thing about it.
Yeah.
So are you looking to maybe continue, of course everybody probably hopes this, but do you want to try to keep pursuing basketball after college, or do you have a certain career that you really want to hop into?
I want to try to, but I always have a backup plan if that doesn't work out. I want to be a pediatrician, but with the class work and then basketball, if I can't juggle that right, I'll probably just be like a coach or something so I can still be in basketball.
Yeah. Do what you love, and it's never work.
Yeah.
Well, good. It was really fun having you on. Of course, we enjoyed you so much when we got to do the video, and to have you back and talk a little bit more about what you do has been great. Is there anything else you want to ask her, or is there anything else that you want to talk about as well?
Well, I am at other clubs like Student Council, Interact, and National Honor Society. And so I like to be like out of school sometimes too with the clubs. So yeah, that's about it.
That's fun. Very busy. So
That's awesome. And she has a job.
Yeah, we got to get her out of here. She's got to go to work. She's like, I have to be at work at 6. I'm like, all right. But I love talking to you so much. I'm like, we're going to make her late. We got to stop. So, but we will be sure to keep up with you on volleyball, on basketball, and all that here with Game Day. And that's another good thing. Hopefully those will be more memories that you can cherish.
Take pictures of.
Yeah, of course. So, Well, it's great having you on.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Keep us posted this year with your sports and what all you do.
Okay.
And even when you go off to college,
Yeah.
have to let us know.
That's been a really fun part too, is being able to follow athletes. We don't just stop when you graduate high school. Still tell us how you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, good. When we come back, we'll have Casey Coggins on.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
We are back. We've got Dr. Casey Coggin. She is the coordinator of Allied Health at Texarkana College. And a lot of you may know her from Redwater. She was the principal at the elementary there before.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you all for having me. As Cylas said, I spent 5 years as an elementary teacher. I was a principal for 5 years, and I've been with Texarkana College for all of 2 months. I feel like I've been there forever. It's a wonderful place to be. With my position, we offer phlebotomy technician, pharmacy technician programs, CNA, dental assisting, a lot of good certificate programs that you can quickly go through and start a good career. Our department, the Community and Business Education Department, we offer fun classes as well. We have sewing and cake decorating, wood sign painting. Yeah, so check us out. You can find those on our website.
And those are just for fun. You
yeah,
can just sign up and
absolutely.
I'm bored. I want to go cake
Yes.
decorate on a Tuesday night.
Yes, you can.
I might do that.
You can. We have we have Halloween sign decorating. There's a cricket class if you're interested in that. So
Now, is it just do you have to be an adult, or can kids do that, or?
So I think most of them are for adults, but they
Okay.
are kid-friendly too. There's also been offers of Mommy and Me painting classes, and
that's cool.
you just have to watch the schedule, and there's always new things we're looking to add and offer. So, yeah.
So now I know Texarkana College does the kids' college in the summer. Will you be over that as well?
That is from our Community and Business
Okay.
Education Department as well, and so that will be in June. So we'll have a fun week filled with activities for kids. Yeah.
Get your kids out of the house for a week.
Yes. Bring them to us.
So how has that transition been? Because you were on, kind of like on this side of education for 10 years, and now you've kind of flip-flopped and you're doing something completely different. How has that change been?
It's definitely been a change. There are so many great opportunities and things. You get to work with adult learners now, and I worked with young learners, and just getting to see students come in who are ready to start a career or want to start over and really better themselves and find a good job with income. It's definitely different. The first week of school, I saw my little babies at school, and first day of school pictures, and I love them, and I always will. So it's been a good change to see the best of both worlds, really.
One of the main reasons that I recommended you to Jennifer when Jennifer was looking for people to come on this week was because of your doctorate program. Can you tell us a little bit about what you wrote your doctorate about?
Yes. I won't get into the nitty-gritty research, or you may be ready to go to sleep, but I studied mindfulness and the impact of mindfulness on stress. I was a principal. Principals are very, very stressed and thought it was a good study. My study did find that mindfulness impacts stress. It reduces stress. So really just, I think a lot of times when people hear mindfulness, they think of just going around and, meditating all day. There's a lot of things that mindfulness is, and there's a lot of things that it's not. The definition that was used in my research was Jon Kabat-Zinn, which is the act of paying attention on purpose in the moment. So mindfulness is not positive thinking. I know a lot of times we think, oh, just be positive, but it's really not. It's really accepting what is happening at that present moment. Not just trying to find the good things, but really being aware of how's your breathing, where's your mind. A body scan is a good practice, and that's one that I do a lot of times. Just you think about posture and think about, okay, where's your mind? Is it where it should be? Are you focused on something that happened 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago? Or are you really focused on right now? And I call it a practice because I don't think we ever perfect it. But there are many ways to practice. You can practice on a 5-minute walk. You can practice 5 minutes in your car, at your desk. Just take time to really reset your mind and get back to where you need to be. Yeah.
It's very interesting. I'm sitting here just trying to take notes like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I could benefit from this.
I think it's super helpful in the realm of sports and also for kids, which are two things that are obviously important with game day.
Yes, most definitely. Especially I like to run, and you think about how's your form, how's your breathing. Really teaching young kids and young athletes, where's your mind? If you're mad about that last play, you're not going to perform well. You've got to brush it off, and you've got to move on. Visualization is also another thing that really helps. Visualizing how you're going to do, how you're going to make that catch, how you're going to run that race. Those types of things are all linked to mindfulness and paying attention and focusing. So it most definitely will, impacts our young learners as well. And I brought some books. The elementary teacher in me brought a few books. I read these with Kaylor. Because you're never too young to start thinking about your emotions and thinking about how you respond to things and how you react to situations. So we read books about staying calm and breathing activities and, counting 1, 2, 3, believe in me, different things. There's tons of activities for kids to practice mindfulness and resetting. And I think, the more that they're tied to a screen and technology, and they get angry and upset, and so it really just is good to take a few minutes with kiddos and talk about those different techniques and practices.
And when you say you read this with Kaylor, so your son he just turned 3, right? So you can really do this. I mean, is there a specific age when you're like, okay, it's really not beneficial till they're like 2 or something, or is it?
I'm no expert. I'm just a mom. Cylas calls me Dr. Mom all the time. I'm just Dr. Mom, but I don't. To me, it's never too early to start reading and allowing them to. He sees the pictures in the books and makes up his own story about why they're upset or why they're happy. I don't have to tell him those things. He is able to see that and talk about that. So
is your study specifically on children or adults as well?
So my study was actually on principals.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
It was on K through 12 school principals who are under a lot of stress. A lot of research studies teachers, and teachers are very, very stressed as well. But there's just not a lot of research on principals, and the principal turnover rate is very high because it's a very demanding job. So that was where my topic went, and I was able to do an experimental research, and I had 300 participants who some of which were on an app, which is another great resource for mindfulness. Calm, Headspace, there's different apps you can use, and some didn't do any mindfulness at all. And so the post-test showed that the participants who used the app actually reduced their stress overall.
That's interesting.
How many minutes a day were they utilizing an app to practice mindfulness?
So they were supposed to use it 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
And when they did turn in their minutes at the end of the study, the ones who had studied more obviously had a greater size than
Decrease.
the other. Yeah. So
Interesting.
So it was Calm or Headspace were the apps.
So my participants in my study used what was called a mindfulness coach.
Okay.
It was a free app, but if you want to purchase an app, there's Headspace, Calm. Those are two of the major ones that have been used in most mindfulness
You
research.
said like 30 minutes a day is usually the key.
It's really
Or just
not.
whenever you need it,
5
maybe.
minutes a day. The Peloton app actually has a spot on their app that for a meditation spot. It helps a lot of people sleep. Helps a lot of people just reset and refocus. Like I said, mine is really a body scan where I just focus on how's my posture, how's my thinking. I think we could be getting road rage going down the road, but when we stop and think, well, maybe we're running late for a reason. Maybe there's going to be a wreck down the road that we aren't supposed to be there. So I think it's really just resetting and making sure that we catch those negative thoughts when they are arriving.
Before it gets too crazy.
Yeah.
So instead of scrolling through TikTok tonight when you're trying to go to sleep,
Oh, now that's my favorite
maybe
thing.
try a mindfulness app.
Yes, I don't know. TikTok at night is kind of my
That's
that's
your
my
downtime.
5 minutes downtime to myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
She-
They can get addicting. It can, yeah.
Then you wake up, you're like, it's 3 a.m. Like,
Yes, I'm still on
I'm
TikTok.
watching TikToks about Sasquatch.
I
for the
learned
past
so
45
much
minutes.
though, and I bet if you search mindfulness on TikTok, I bet you could just learn a lot
That's
more than
true.
I could ever teach you.
You could
for sure.
TikTok and do mindfulness.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to try that.
Yeah. Yeah, then you can have the best of both worlds.
Yes. There needs to be a study on using TikTok for mindfulness.
But you are actually quite the athlete also, because you and Cylas are running buddies. So I know I'm kind of getting off the mindfulness, but it's almost like, do y'all treat running as your moment to kind of reset also?
Yes, absolutely. Just a good start to the day helps clear my mind. I always say a lot of my best thoughts come out when I'm out on a run by myself. I will have some ideas that just come to me, and I have to hurry up and get back to the car and type it in my notes of what I was thinking, or else things get busy and I will forget. But definitely any exercise, any form of exercise, yoga is definitely one where you have to focus on your breathing, you have to focus on your form, and that's very intentional.
So when you run, you probably don't have any headphones on or anything. You just run, nothing, get in your thoughts. Kind of.
Most of the time.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of discipline.
It does. When I first started running, I did not. I didn't leave the house without headphones and music, and so the more experience of a runner, I think you can get more comfortable with your thoughts and yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, show us these books so that if any parents or teachers might want to
Yeah.
grab some of these.
Yeah, these are a set.
Going to Books A Million when I leave.
Yeah.
These came from Scholastic, so they were a set called Mindful Me, Happy Me. There's Stay Calm at School, The Caring Me I Want to Be. My little boy calls this the people book because he likes to look at why all the people are crying and tell me why they're crying and why they're happy. This is My Words Roar. So, and this is really for older. We don't really read this one. He's a little bit too young, but it's about talking about your thoughts out loud and when it's appropriate and when it's not.
Maybe like an elementary kiddo or something would benefit from something like that.
Most definitely. You know, the ones that tell Grandma they don't like their present, and the ones that
Like my 7-year-old who said he didn't want a brother anymore yesterday.
yes, so that would be a perfect
It
book.
was a throw down.
He needs this book. I'll let you borrow it. And
Yeah,
you can give
Walker,
it
we're
back.
going to the bookstore.
Yeah. And then just what does it mean to be present, and what does it mean to be in the moment? Those are all of Kaylor's little books that he likes to look through, and we talk about it and obviously
Yeah.
put them on his level. But there's, like I said, there's tons of resources and just a lot.
Now, is this something more for you then, I guess?
It is.
More of an adult can...
It is, and I was actually looking. I was going to bring you both one, but Target didn't have any. I think I picked this up at Target. This is called The Little Book of Mindfulness, Focus, Slow Down, and De-Stress. And so it will give you all kinds of activities, you know, taking a minute to focus and observing your thoughts, and really teaches you just quick, simple ways to reset and focus on your thoughts and what they should be and to move on with your day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, good. I feel like we have a lot of good homework. Or I do, at least.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
probably
The
like,
teacher always
"Cylas
brings
is like, I'm
homework.
already mindful. I've got Casey on speed dial.
Well, I get frequent reminders, and it's funny that, you know, you said get Casey to come on when I mentioned her name, because it's hashtag Mindful Monday.
Is it?
Is. It's mindful.
Do you send her mindful
Monday.
stuff every Monday?
She normally posts
I
Mindful
post
Monday.
things.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's Mindful Monday. So, yeah. So this is your reminder to take 5 minutes and, yeah, just 5 minutes of silence in your thoughts.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 5 minutes and eat Chick-fil-A in my car before I go home to my kids.
That's perfect.
That's
So
what I'm
that,
going to do.
you don't have to share, because if you bring it home, you're going to have to share it.
They give me a hard time because I'll sit back there and eat lunch and watch The Office, and they're all like, this is annoying, but I'm like, this is my me time.
Yes.
Maybe that's my mindfulness.
It is,
Well, it's
yeah.
not mindfulness, I'm watching The Office, but...
Yeah. Well, it's your time to de-stress.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we all have to have that for sure.
Okay. Well, this has been very interesting. I'm very glad you came on.
Well, thank you all for having me.
Yeah. I'm glad you got to talk about all your hard work, and hopefully this will benefit not even, you know, whether it be your kiddos or yourself or anybody. So
Yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of great resources online. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I just know what works for me, and so there's tons of resources for athletes and kids and adults, and
it's good for everybody.
yeah, it is.
Yep.
You could even put Gus on some mindfulness.
He already is. He is mindful about his treats and his buttons that he
His cake
pushes.
and cookies.
Yeah, he's real mindful about
I'm
those
probably getting off
things.
subject here, but this is funny, and I have to share this. Cylas was doing a Instagram story about this Green Chef healthy meal, and she's talking about how healthy it is. And Gus has his buttons he pushes, I guess, that say words.
He does.
And he hit the cake and cookies right when she was talking about healthy stuff, and I was like, no, he did not.
He is not on board being healthy.
He is not. He is. That is the most attention. I love him, and he pushes his buttons about 15 times. I think he just wants me to pet him when I'm there.
Oh, I'd get
Yeah.
one of those, but I feel like I'd have a kid being like, give me money. I don't know.
But he's sweet. He's
Okay.
sweet.
Well, I had a really good show. I had fun today, though.
Yeah,
I feel like
it was
we
great.
had a lot of good stuff. And do you have anything else you want to add, or?
I need to get more serious with the 5 minutes a day.
I know, just little. I guess whatever makes you happy for just a minute, just do it. Right? It could be anything. So, well, good. Well, we'll not take a break. We'll actually, I had to say, we got Donovan coming
Go
on
spend
next.
5 minutes in your car.
Yeah, we're actually off live next week, and we're hoping to possibly bring you in on location. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it scheduled in time, but if not, we'll have another show on the 27th.
27th.
That
Yep.
will be live, so stay tuned for those details. And after all that, I guess we'll go ahead and head out. So have a good night.